So today we're going to talk about how long it takes to be fluent in a foreign language. I think learning a foreign language is like going to the gym. I remember the last time that I went to the gym was probably about a couple of months ago. I remember at the very beginning when I first started going to the gym, I went there maybe a couple of times a week for the first couple of weeks. And then I started going once every 2 months. And then I thought to myself, am I just wasting my time over here? Because all of the time and money that I spend on working out is gone out of the window. The tiniest bit of muscle is now covered by fat. It's like a pot on a hot stove. If you drip a little bit of water into it, it's probably going to evaporate immediately. But if you pour a ton of water into it, it's probably going to stay. But you need to constantly maintain it by putting more water into it. Otherwise, it's going to slowly evaporate. And it's like learning a foreign language. You need to spend a lot of time on building a solid foundation, and then you need to maintain it. So why did I sign up for the gym in the first place anyway? Because I wanted to be cool, and I wanted to follow the trend, and it wasn't exactly an intrinsic motivation. It's like making New Year resolutions. A lot of people make a ton of New Year resolutions every year. But are they actually going to stick to them? Not a lot of them do, right? Over the years, I've witnessed a lot of students give up on learning a foreign language after a couple of months or even a couple of weeks. But the moment that you choose to give up is the moment that all of your efforts go in vain. I've scored a 9 twice in Out speaking over the past 2 years. But it took me more than 13 years and almost 10,000 hours of practice in order to reach this level. For me, you need to speak for between 500 to 600 hours in order to be fluent in a foreign language. Based on my definition of fluency, okay? That's what you gotta do. I'm not talking about having a conversation with somebody who speaks more than 90% of the time. I'm talking about you being able to produce your sentences, express your ideas and thoughts about a variety of topics for between 500 to 600 hours. And obviously, this does include the time that you're learning the language, like the grammar and vocabulary, right? If you want to do it over a period of 2 years, you probably need to speak for about an hour on a daily basis. You might be able to miss a day or two here and there, but you have to be, generally speaking, very consistent. And how do you find opportunities to speak? Well, you can either surround yourself with people that speak the language, and that's free. Or you can sign up for classes. If you have the ability to create an environment for yourself, that's obviously better because it's free. But if you're not able to do that, then you're going to have to sign up for classes, right? But you have to make sure that you speak a lot during these classes. If somebody tells you that you're able to learn a foreign language within a couple of months or something, that's probably a fraud. Unless this person has invented some sort of chip or something that he's able to stick into your brain and you're able to pick up the language instantly, which is impossible. Or you're like a language guru, like a language genius or something, and you're able to pick up the patterns instantly, which is not the case for most of us, right? Or maybe you're learning a foreign language that's highly similar to your native tongue, then that's possible, right? For example, if you're learning Portuguese, but you're a native Spanish speaker, or you're learning Italian or something and you're a native Spanish speaker, but chances are we probably need to practice on a regular basis over a span of a couple of years in order to reach that level, right? And the kind of fluency that I'm talking about. I'm talking about 500 to 600 hours of high quality speaking, meaning that I'm not including the time that you're listening. I'm not including the time that you're reading the language. I'm not including the time that you're taking a class, for example, or learning the grammar or vocabulary. These are really important as well. But I'm talking about speaking over here. And generally speaking, you need to have enough input in order to have output. So I think listening is very important. Reading is very important. You need to have enough content in order to produce. Based on my idea of fluency, based on my definition of fluency, which is being able to express your thoughts and being able to express your ideas freely, right? This is what you need, okay? You need to speak for between 500 to 600 hours about a variety of topics over a span of a couple of years. So that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.